Hi everybody, my name is Jordan. Thanks for joining me today. I'm going to be taking you through a quick prenatal pregnancy beginner hip opener routine today. So tight hips is a super common issue during pregnancy. I don't know if I want to call it an issue, but just common thing to experience. And hip opening is just a great idea for birth prep and all that good stuff. So I wanted to just take you through a quick routine here. I'll go through it all with you to kind of help you. This can be thrown in first thing when you wake up. It can be thrown in before or after a workout, in the middle of the day on a break, before you go to bed. This is really honestly good for any time of the day. There's no need for you to warm up beforehand because some of these movements are kind of active movements. Others of them are going to be more holding stretches. So you get a good variety. So first thing, we're going to start with our squats. That's like honestly one of my top go-to exercises for pregnant moms. I work at a fitness center and I deal with a lot of pregnant women on their fitness journey. And I always tell them, when in doubt, if something doesn't feel good, just take some body weight squats because we can't do enough of those right now. So we're going to start feet planted down. Sometimes as your belly grows a little bit wider, it might feel more comfortable, bigger. It might feel more comfortable to take your feet wider. So take them to whatever is comfortable for you. Toes slightly out. I want you to kind of engage through your core. So when I say engage, I don't mean suck your belly in, but kind of think about lifting your belly button up just a little bit. Okay? So you're going to take an inhale and sink down into your squat. And then you're going to start exhaling and stand up. We're going to do a set of 10 of these. Inhale, sink down. Exhale and stand up. Good. Inhale, sink it down. Exhale, take it up. Good. Keep going. Nice and slow pace. Take your time. And exhale. Good. This is number 5. We're going to do a set of 10. Getting a little bit of heat built up in those legs. Good. Here's number 7. And 8. And here's 9. And we're going to do one more. And on this next one, you're going to sink down, all the way down. You're going to take your elbows to the inside of your knees. If this is comfortable, you can stay there. I kind of like taking my hands down to the ground or on my feet. You can just do a little sway side to side. Nice little hip opener. You also don't have to add movement to this one. You can just hold this stretch as well. Make sure when you're doing any of these holds, you're really focused in on nice deep breaths. A lot of these moves too are something as you run through this, if you don't have time to do the whole thing, you can just remember these as good stretches to randomly throw in throughout your day, or movement patterns to throw in throughout your day as well. Good. All right. Place those hands down on the ground. Slowly stand all the way up, nice and tall. All right. Starting with your feet together, we're going to take a side lunge. You're going to take a nice big step out, push your hips back behind you. Come on up together and switch sides. Push those hips back and step it together. Good. We're going to do 10 of these as well. Here's number 4. And number 5. Good. And here's 6. And here's 7. 8. We're going to go one more on each leg. Good. And last one. And come on up. All right. Now, staying in that same lateral movement here, we're going to take those feet nice and wide on the ground, as wide as you are able to. And you're just going to kind of shift that body weight side to side while you keep those feet in place. I kind of like lifting up my toes and taking my hands to the ground when I'm doing this. You might not be able to get that low. That's totally fine if you just stay upright like this as you do this. But you should get a nice stretch on the inner part of those thighs. I kind of think of this one as an active moving stretch. You can hold as long as you want to. You don't have to go at the pace that I'm going at. Just do a few of these on each side. Good. All right, so we're going to make your way to a standing position now. Feet come back in about hip distance apart, ready for more squats. So what we're going to do with this one is you're going to hinge and push those hips back behind you. Hands are going to come to the shins, all right? Then you're going to squat down, elbows to the inside of those knees, arms up, and then stand up. So again, hinging over, getting a nice stretch in the back side of those legs. Squat down, arms up. Good, and then stand up. We'll do a few more. Hinge it over, squat down, take your arms up, and stand up. Good, let's do that one more time. Hinge it over, squat down, sink those booties low, arms up, and then standing up nice and tall. All right, next one, we're gonna take it down to those knees. If you have a mat and you wanna fold up to get some extra padding, you could certainly do that. This one is gonna be a runner's lunge. So you're on your knees, you can pick a leg to start with. We'll do both. Step one foot out in front of you. And then naturally, we kind of have this curvature in our low back. So what I want you to do is try to take the curve out. So kind of tucking your pelvis under. Notice my back, my low back, particularly flat in there. And then all you're gonna do is kind of lean forward a little bit, and you should feel this stretch right in that back hip. And when you're doing isometric holding stretches like this one, you wanna hold for at least 30 seconds. So that's what I'm gonna do with you today. You certainly could go longer, but that's kind of bare minimum. And breathing and bringing oxygen to those muscles. Good. All right, let's bring it back to those knees. We're gonna switch it over to your other side. Step that leg out. Tuck that tailbone under here. And once again, shift your weight forward just a little bit till you feel that stretch in that back hip. Then you're holding that stretch. Good, keep holding right there. All right, you can go ahead and release that. That's probably one of my favorite stretches to do. This next one is going to be a seated figure four stretch. So both legs straight out in front of you. You're going to cross one ankle up over that opposite leg. I'll show you this direction too. So this is your starting position. You could also do this seated in a chair. Keep in mind if it's just not comfortable for you to be on the ground like this. And then you're going to walk that foot in, keeping your knee nice and wide, sitting up nice and tall. And breathing into it. Again, positioning would look the same if you would rather be seated in a chair. I like doing that as I'm kind of going about my day. If I maybe have a lot of work to do seated, I will cross my leg over, get some stretching in every now and again. And just keep breathing. All right, we'll go ahead, release that side, and we'll switch. Crossing over that leg now, opposite side, same thing, walking it up until you're feeling a good stretch, and then you're gonna hold and maintain that position right here. All right, we'll go ahead and release that. Next up, we're gonna do a wide-legged stretch. So you're gonna just take those legs out as far as your body will allow you to. Everybody's gonna be a little bit different with that. Toes wanna be straight up towards the ceiling. If you find those toes coming in, you might need to just bring those legs in a little bit. Might mean they're out a little bit too far for you. Sitting up nice and tall. And if you're already feeling the stretch, you're just gonna stay upright like this. If you feel like you could deepen it, you can kind of lean forward a little bit. I also like doing this stretch against like the back edge of my couch or a wall, something like that, and just staying upright and then just scooting yourself forward with those feet against something. right, and then we're gonna stay seated here. We'll bring the bottoms of your feet together. Knees kind of press out and open out to the sides. This is the last stretch I'm gonna do with you today. So this routine, once again, this can be used as something to just wake you up in the morning, to do before bed, anytime during the day, or you can just take ideas from this to throw into your normal everyday life every so often. You could do it a couple times if you're really tight. A lot of options with it. So I'm going to leave you guys at that today. Thanks for joining me today. Hope you feel nice and stretched out.